Hello everyone, Larry Satchwell here, March 15th, garden update. To be honest with you, I thought it was going to be pouring down rain this morning, so I videotaped most of this yesterday. But I somehow feel like I'm cheating you or being dishonest if I don't come to you on the 1st and the 15th of each month. So here's the footage I shot yesterday, and it was a beautiful day yesterday. It got up to 80 degrees, and I was able to do a lot of gardening. These are the wildflowers. I don't know exactly what I have yet. I do think this is going to be a sunflower. I didn't think I planted any of those, but obviously I did. This is larkspur. This was in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. I'm not sure it's going to come up. Gabrielle lettuce, looking good. It's very dark lettuce. More of the wildflowers. And this is the tomato crop. My seeds and such peppers did not come up, so these are Burpee's just green, what is it, California Wonder. Some of the tomatoes came up. This number 42 had 2 seeds in it. Looks like one of them came up. It looks like it's going to be kind of like a brandy wine because it's got much different leaves here. So you can see most of them that came up have true leaves on them. So that's something I'll be transplanting here. I've been bringing them out here every day. 80 degrees this afternoon. Unbelievable. Well, I finally got all of this monkey grass out of here, and I've ordered this edging. It's not my first choice, but this is like 75 feet long, and that's a lot of bricks and a lot of work, and so I'm going to put this up here. It was on sale at Lowe's for a one-day special, and so when it arrives next week, I'll do a review of it. The garden's not looking bad. I have not cut back my lantana yet. We're going to have some 30-degree weather next week. Sadly, this was my cardinal flower. I don't think it's going to come back. Up here in the daffodil garden, as you can see, some of them are spent. When they do that, I'll break the heads off so that all that power can go back into the bulb for next year. I have a really pretty one right here. Foxglove is looking great. Got some tulips coming up, and there's a hyacinth. Oh, here's some crocus. I was really disappointed. I thought the crocus would bloom sooner, but it didn't. Anyway, it's blooming. These hyacinths are coming up and blooming. They're very, very fragrant. And here's a close-up of Jimmy's butterfly bush. It's coming out nicely. I don't see anything coming up from the bottom yet, but it may towards the middle of summer. Don't know. Oh, that is, I know what that is. That is bee balm. I am covered up with bee balm in the garden. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the Burpee Garden. And I tell you, I have not been that impressed with it. I don't see anything coming up. So, well, here's some things that haven't bloomed yet. This is supposed to be a 100-day bloom, so this is 1 day ahead of what the date is. So if it's the 15th, this is the 16th day it bloomed. Isn't that pretty? But these are the only 2 fancy flowers I've seen so far. I'll keep you posted. These 3 plants back here are echinacea, and the 3 in front are the daisies I planted in the basement last fall. Passing the red buds on the way down here. This one's really in too much shade, but it's trying to bloom. Here we are at the Perennial Hill. All this winter weeds. I'm really conflicted. Do I like snow more than winter weeds? You know, I'm not sure. All these will disappear, but then they're going to reappear if I don't put down a lot, I mean a lot of pre-emergent next fall. Right now is the time to put out pre-emergents. The forsythias are blooming. So if I were going to put pre-emergent on here right now, this would be the time. It looks like Poppy has joined us down here. How you doing, Poppy? I know. Are you digging in the garden today? Not yet? And here are the other daisies I planted, transplanted last time. And behind it right there are the echinaceas coming up. I thought I might have some potatoes to show you, but I don't see anything yet. I'm a little concerned that they rotted down there. Oh, here's one. They're just coming up slow. Oh, here they are. All right, we'll just keep those covered up. Turning around here, the strawberry beds. What a mess they are. They really get too much shade here, but I don't know what else to plant here. This may look like snowflakes on here, but that's actually the Bradford pear blooms. They fall down on windy days like it's raining. I still have my plastic out because we are not finished with cold weather. This is the lettuce that was growing in the basement, transplanted out here. We had a nice salad last night. Green onions I planted last time. And I think the carrots are a bust. I see a couple of radishes coming up here, but I'm not seeing any carrots. And I don't know what that looks like down there. If it just melted, man, there's some of it right there, just gummed up. So today I'm going to plant some carrots in my more traditional way. I'll give these another few days and then I'll plant them there. Here's the main onion crop from Brown's Omaha onion plants. I think there were like 120 plants in there. I put on top of it what's called a soil conditioner, and these hoops are in here in an attempt to keep the cats out. So always battling the cats. So my pea crop is looking great. We had cold temperatures the other night. I didn't cover them up. I think it got down to 34. They're going to go up this netting, be easy to pick. I didn't want to crowd them too bad, so I did put a few over here. My plan for this bed is to put it in corn. I put them in rows, long rows last year, and they did not get pollinated very well. So I'm going to start putting them in blocks. I'll put them here where the turkey is and sow some, like a dozen plants here, dozen seeds, and then the next week another dozen, and until I run out of seeds. This bed I'm going to use for the tomatoes, and I have yet to decide. Here's what the cat does. I have yet to decide what kind of supports I'm going to give them. I have determinate and indeterminate tomatoes up there, so they could require different supports. If you have a favorite, please leave it with me. This is what I mean by being covered up with a bee balm. That is growing up way too thick. It's going to get powdery mildew if I'm not careful. And it has spread completely around in Ethan's flower garden here. Hopefully there's some Mexican petunia that will come up here. The creeping Jenny is doing really well. So let's plant some more carrots and radishes right here. I've worked up this soil really well. This is just a 1 by 3/4 inch, just 1 inch deep. Just a little handle on it. It just helps me make some furrows here for the seeds. Get this flattened out a little bit. So the vegetable seeds need to have darkness. If you're trying to plant flower seeds, most of those need light to germinate. I'm going to start by laying a board right here against my onions. And these are just some scraps I have laying around. I've been contemplating cutting these in two, so I've got like a 2-inch spacing and putting those as mulch over my onions. I may do that next year if I find I have enough boards. But anyway, I'm going to make a nice wide road here. Doesn't have to be deep. Make another one right here. And one more. My beds are 36 inches wide. So I'll start here with the lettuce. If I put a board right here, I can step on it and dissipate my weight. Radish seeds. I'm going to put a few radishes in here just to help keep the ground, break the ground, and spread out the carrots a little bit more. So now that that's planted, I'll just put this more dirt over it and put this over it. What this will do, the board will keep everything nice and moist. And I did mess this up a little bit, so we'll just fix that. Radish here. All right, more radishes. Nice and thin. Another board there. And I want to get some lettuce in. And again, I'll cover that up. And lay a board across it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little update. Yesterday was so beautiful, 80 degrees. Today we're getting that same storm they had in the Midwest last night. It's been sprinkling on and off already. I hope we don't get it as bad as they did in Logan County, Indiana. That was a terrible tragedy there. But it's the 15th, so our last frost date is April 15th, so I'm 4 weeks out. I'll be planting some cucumbers and squash in the basement today, putting them under the lights. I'm going to sit here and enjoy this second cup of coffee here and watch the fish. They've been really active. Water temperature is 62 degrees, so I've been feeding them the Pond Guys spring and fall feed. I'll be mixing that along with my regular summer feed here and getting them used to that summer feed. But they wintered very well. So the pond is looking great. I'll probably do a thorough cleaning on one of those 80-degree afternoons, and I don't have a track meet. Been busy, but enjoying every minute of it. Here's to good gardening and looking forward to that spring weather. Thanks for watching.